Can you pull out your phone and get on here and make sure you can hear me?
Okay, where do I go?
YouTube.
Okay, excuse me.
You're fine.
And then what? Central Illinois.
Testing audio 1 2 3 4. Testing audio 1 2 3 4.
What do I need? You just listen.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4 on the audio tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We hope you are able to hear us here on a special presentation for Central Illinois Sports. We're here tonight for junior high volleyball. Pikeland Community Schools, the PCS Lady Braves take on the Lady Colts out of Minden Unity in the north reaches of Adams County. My name is Brian Shoemaker. We'll be taking you through here to the next 2 hours of action. Brought to you all tonight by the Trash Queen Scoreboard. We'll tell you a lot about them and all of our sponsors here tonight as we are reaching the end of warm-ups here for the 7th grade match tonight. It is a little bit loud here. We are working our best. We don't have all the normal bells and whistles that Charlie and Jack do tonight, so we are giving you this on a live stream from a cell phone and some Bluetooth headphones, so we hope you are able to hear. If not, we'll do our best to adjust as we can here throughout the evening. 7th grade squad here for PCS Lady Braves. Pretty talented little group of athletes. If you followed anything here in the fall, you know that this team includes some athletes, including Sophia Gengler, Josie McClintock, Katie Mendenhall, and Piper Henry, who were on the state tournament basketball team, who was a stone's throw away from the state championship, losing to Eureka earlier in the fall. This 7th grade team for Unity has a little bit of a slow start. A lot of newcomers to this team, and of course a full squad of 7th graders that did not play a 5th and 6th grade season last year. Most at Minden do not require to bring any 6th graders up. So a lot of these girls were pretty fresh coming into junior high, had a couple of stumbles early along the way, and then ended up winning the Quincy 7th grade tournament just about a week ago, where they were able to pick up wins over Quincy Junior High, Jacksonville Junior High, and La Hart, going 3-0 in that tournament. Once again, getting ready to wrap up warm-ups here, and we'll get ready for the 7th grade match. 8th grade match will come to follow here afterwards, and that should be a lot of fun too, as we'll get ready to go here. We will try and navigate our way through the live stream here for you tonight, as we are brought to you tonight by Great Rivers Bank, with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, and Liberty. Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers help you through buying a home, owning a business, or making a deposit. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Also tonight, one of our great sponsors, Bowlers Universe, open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays till midnight, and Saturday from 4 p.m. to midnight, offering many menu items from burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. Try one of many craft beers along the way as well. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe, located on the West End in Pittsfield. Unity getting ready for their warm-ups here. A lot of nice athletes on this Minden Unity 7th grade squad as well. One of the big names you'll see tonight is number 5, Avery Emrick, talented multi-sport athlete for the Lady Colts program. A real spark plug and sort of an emotional leader on this team as well. She'll be number 5. You'll see Tegan Campbell in the back as well. She'll be number 18. Some of the other players you'll see, Cassidy Maddox, number 19, a talented catcher for the Lady Colts softball program, also on the squad. Addie Bodorf is number 20, one of the lead attackers on this team, who has really had a fantastic maturity from 6th to 7th grade years, and she's really come to find herself a comfortable way around the net, as you see her warming up right now as well. One of the other talented girls on this team is number 14, Jillian Schaefer, an excellent all-around athlete for the Lady Colts program. Basketball, softball, volleyball. She does a little bit of everything at Unity, and you'll see plenty of court time from her tonight. Plenty of other kids we'll tell you about here through the night as we get ready to rock and roll. Once again, we hope you're able to hear us here a little bit during the warm-ups. They've got the music rocking for these girls as we get ready to go here in the 7th grade match. 8th grade match will come to follow. We expect that to be a really fun contest tonight between two talented squads as we'll get into the later reaches of the evening. Another one of our wonderful sponsors here on the pregame show, Pike County Express, your locally owned newspaper located on the square in Pittsfield, serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday. You can subscribe or pick one up on your newsstand. That's the Pike County Express. Hi to Robin Opter and the gang here on the square in Pittsfield. Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Real Net and Twine is your local headquarters for law, ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see the gang at 217-285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. And in Unity, with about 4 minutes left in the warm-up period here. Once again, a team that started off just a little bit slow this season really came into their own here a couple of weeks ago, picked up a couple of wins, and then came away with that Quincy tournament win, which is a really nice feather in their cap so far. Seth Bluesmeyer, the coach for Menden Unity, longtime volleyball coach, helped out with the high school program once again this season as well. He is no stranger to success in the Menden Unity program. Had a state championship with an extremely talented group of 7th grade girls just a few seasons ago. A team that likely would have won a repeat title in the 8th grade ranks had COVID-19 not come into our region. Glad to see a few of you alongside here. If it's your first time on Central Illinois Sports, we always ask you to mash on that subscribe button. Plenty of high school sports across the area, from the Petersburg Corda all the way over to Quincy, up to Macomb, and down south to Calhoun. Charlie, John, Jeff, David, and the rest of the guys cover us well here in Central Illinois. We're happy to be on the live stream here this evening. But we are getting ready for junior high volleyball action. We also remind you that over on another stream on Central Illinois Sports here tonight, Griggsville Perry getting ready to battle for 3rd place in the 7th grade Class 1A boys basketball state tournament. They'll be battling on tonight starting at 6 o'clock. And if you want to stick around, the 7-1A state championship game featuring Springfield Chrysler Kings will take place after that. Both games up at East Peoria Junior High School. John Hall, Jack Hall up there tonight on the call. Charlie's over at freshman boys basketball tonight over at the high school gym at Moschel. As we get ready to go here, just a couple of more minutes before we get ready for the start of our 7th grade match. First volleyball match of the season we've had here for Central Illinois Sports. Hopefully we'll get a few more in for you before the end of the season. Volleyball, an extremely compact season. Starts in early January, runs like a fireball until about late February, mid-March, when postseason and state tournaments get underway. We're going to take a quick break here, about a minute 40 before we'll get ready to go. Grab something to eat, grab a bottle of water or a cozy drink and get settled in. We're glad you're joining us here on Central Illinois Sports. Welcome back to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show here on Central Illinois Sports as we get ready to rock and roll with 7th grade volleyball action, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll get ready for the national anthem.
Volleyball games, contest between Unity Mustangs and our PCS Lady Braves. Please stand and join in the national anthem.
Ready to bring you junior high volleyball action here tonight from Pikeland Community School in Pittsfield. Pikeland Lady Braves taking on the Lady Colts out of Menden Unity. Brian Shoemaker, my name, will take you through the next couple of hours as we go through 7th and 8th grade matches here tonight at PCS. Getting some starters here for you on the Pittsfield side. Going down is number 25, Brinley Piper. Number 14, Sophia Gengler. Number 11, Emma Wombles. Number 3, London Thomas. And we'll get to the next couple here in a couple of minutes as we'll get ready to start.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Officials checking through the rosters and the lineups, making sure we're all in the correct rotation. Pikeland's going to have the serve here to start tonight. That's going to be number 27, Josie McClintock will tip things off here as we get ready to rock and roll. 7th grade volleyball live from Pikeland Community School here on Central Illinois Sports. McClintock with an overhand serve over to the backside, and that is taken Campbell with a little bit of a rough return. That'll be a ace to start off things for the Lady Braves, serving 1-0. McClintock with the serve, comes over. That's picked up by Emrick on the set. Bodorf able to tip it back over. And knocked back over by number 34. That is Piper Henry. The tall Piper Henry right in the middle of the court, able to get that one quickly down. It's 2-0 PCS here in the early going. McClintock gets that one caught right up in the net, almost able to skim over the top of the tape, and that's going to be a point for Unity. The 1 serving 2 as Avery Emrick will tip things off here for the Lady Colts. A real emotional leader, a nice little athlete here on the Lady Colts program as they get ready to go. Serve goes over, and that's going to sail too far, and it'll go out of bounds. Service error for the Lady Colts, point for the Lady Braves. It's 3-1. As we come, we will try and see if we can't navigate a little better moat for you here. It's a little tough to see that front line for Pittsfield. As the serve goes over, Emrick picks it up. Bottorff tries to get it back over, not able to be picked up by number 13. That's Allie Carolyn for the Lady Colts. It'll hit the floor. It'll be 4-1 early for PCS. As number 25, Brinley Piper, up on the serve for PCS. Underhand sails over the top. Emrick picks it up to Bottorff. Bottorff to Jillian Schaefer. Tries to attack down. Picked up quickly by number 27, Josie McClintock. Tipped back over by number 11. That's Emma Wobbles. And it's not able to be returned over by Campbell and the Lady Colts. That'll be a point for PCS, and it's 5-1. Piper on the serve, continuing here for PCS. Her team up by 4 in game number 1 as it sails up and over. Emrick able to pick it up early. Schaefer gets it. Now Emrick able to tip it. Campbell, Ship kicks it back over, and the Lady Braves not able to pick it back up on the first pass. That'll be a point for Unity. The 2 serving 5 is number 20, Addie Bottorff. Sets up here for the Lady Colts. 2 serving 5. We'll see a substitution over on the Lady Braves side. That's number 9, Riley Henderson, as she comes in. And that serve's going to go right to her. Picked up by number 27. That is Josie McClintock. She's not able to get the great pass set up for number 34, Piper Henry. That'll be a point for the Lady Colts. It's 3 serving 5 as Bottorff still on the serve for Unity. Bottorff gets it over. Sails over, but that's going to go out of bounds. Nice eye pickup by Sophia Gengler as he lets it sail out of bounds. Point for the Lady Braves. It's 6 serving 3 as the tall number 34, Piper Henry, sets up the serve for PCS. Henry lets it over, and that's going to sail over the tape and out of bounds. It'll be a service error and a point for the Lady Colts. It'll be 4 serving 6. As number 13, Allie Carolyn, sets up to serve here for Unity. Underhand serve gets over, and it's also going to go out of bounds. A few service errors here on both teams. Here in the early going of game 1. Number 11, Emma Wobbles, up next serve here for PCS. Her team leads 7-4 here in game 1 on the Trash King scoreboard. Nice overhand serve, just doesn't get over the tape, maybe just by a few inches. That'll be a service error and a point for the Lady Colts. 5 serving 7 is now Jillian Schaefer gets ready to set up here, number 14 on the Lady Colts squad. Up and over. Schaefer's able to get it up on the net. That's Riley Henderson, She was able to make the first pass, but it gets a little too far out of the reach of number 27, Josie McClintock. That'll be a point for Unity. It's now 6 serving 7. Schaefer up and over. Nice pickup by Henderson. Tapped back over by the Lady Braves, and they say in the net. No good. That'll be a point for Unity. 7-all here in game 1 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Schaefer still on the serve. An errant piece of candy may have flown over the floor here over by the PCS student section. They get it picked up, and we're back into play. Schaefer's serve falls short of the net. That'll be a service error and a point for PCS. 8 serving 7 now as Sophia Genger lines up to serve. Checking back in for PCS, that'll be number 25, Briley Piper. We'll get the names right. She checks in for number 9, Riley Henderson, moves up into the front row. Serve goes over a little too far to the right, and it's going to sail out of bounds. A service error and a point for Unity as it's 8 serving 8 here in game number 1. Number 23, Morgan Arnsman. Her sail underhand, and it's short of the net as well. A lot of service errors here early going as the girls try to shake off some rust here in the early going in game 1. 9 serving 8, number 3, London Thomas on the serve for PCS. Sails over to Schaefer. Schaefer to Bottorff. Bottorff, that's going to be Avery Emrick attacking over it. She's going to be able to put it down in the middle of the floor. Kill for Emrick. Point for the Lady Colts. 9 serving 9 is Tegan Campbell. Lines up number 18. Catcher on the Lady Colts squad. All-around athlete. Moves over, and she's going to serve far, and that'll go out of bounds in the back line. It'll be a point for the Lady Colts. Or Lady Braves, 10 serving 9 here in the early going of game 1. Number 27, Josie McClintock up to serve for PCS. Overhand serve makes it over. Emrick picks it up. That was Campbell. And Avery Emrick able to tip it just over the net. And that'll be a point for the Lady Colts. Emrick up to serve. Game one tied 10-10 here on the Trash Queen scoreboard in the early going. Emrick tries to overhand serve. It'll fall short of the net. And Seth Klusmeyer is going to call a timeout. PCS 11, Unity 10 here in game number one on Central Illinois Sports. As we've got a quick break in the action, let's tell you about Damon Emrick at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404 at Great Rivers Bank. We also remind you about the Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New specials every week. The food's hot and the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420, located up near the square in Pittsfield. Waters Concrete, Tim Waters offering quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, and anything to do with concrete. Waters Concrete is ready to serve you. Telephone number is 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. It'll be PCS ball coming out of the timeout. Lady Braves lead 11-10, here in game number one. A lot of service errors, a little bit of rush showing on both squads here in the early goings of game one. We'll hope for a little bit cleaner play. Is number 25, Briley Piper, setting up a serve here for PCS. Piper with the underhand serve goes up. That's going to fly in the back. Emrick able to pick it up. Carolyn tries to get it, and they're going to say that's a lift. 2 touches by number 13, Allie Carolyn. That'll be a point for PCS, 12-10. Serve goes over, picked up by Arnsman. Emrick tries to chase it down. She won't get it caught back up with. A little bit of a rough first pass, and the Lady Colts let one fall again. It's 13-10. Emrick says it's okay. Let's get back in this thing. Briley Piper still on the serve for PCS. Underhand serve goes up and over to the left side. Emrick able to pick it up. Here comes Bottleworth on the second touch. Schaefer gets it back over, but it's going to sail out of bounds. No good, and that'll be a point for the Lady Braves. We saw Riley Henderson get up. Looked like she was going to go into rotation, but not quite yet, as now Piper back on the serve again. Sends it into the back row to Arnsman. Arnsman to Carolyn. Carolyn, and now Tegan Campbell tries to get one over. A back row attack from number 13, Tegan Campbell, that finds its way to the PCS floor, and that'll be a point for the Lady Colts to stop this Lady Braves run. Henderson comes over on the right side. She'll check in for Briley Piper. Addie Bottleworth, number 20, lining up to serve here for the Lady Colts. Her team trailing 11-14 in game one. Bottleworth with a nice overhand serve. Gets picked up in the back row to Wombles. Set up in the back row is touched. Nice hit by number 14, Sophia Gengler with the kill, as the Lady Colts not able to pick up. And that'll be a point for PCS, leading now 15-11. Piper Henry lining up to serve, number 34, one of the girls in roster for that state tournament team for the PCS Lady Braves. They got second earlier this fall. Nice serve over by Henry. Henry gets picked up by 20 Bottleworth. Now here comes Emrick to send it back over. Free ball for the Lady Braves, and Henry not able to pick it up. Had to try chicken wing it a little bit, and that'll be a point for Unity. 12 serving 15 for the Lady Colts now, as they'll take the ball back. A couple of people checking in. Number 1, Mariah Thomas checking in at libero. Checking in for Unity is number 9, Zara Dolmen. Zara Dolmen, as we can hear them cheer on across the court on the Lady Colts bench. Dolman with the serve over. Nice underhand serve. Gets picked up real quick. And now Arnsman tips it back over. A little tip and go here as we've got some action going. An attack try by number 14, Sophia Gengler, falls short of the net. And that'll be a point for Unity. It's 13, serving 15. As Zara Dolman wastes no time getting lined back up, and neither do the officials. We're back to action. Dolman serve to the net, and it doesn't make it over. That'll be a service error again, and a point for the PCS Braves. 16 serving 13 now as Emma Wombles gets lined up. Her dad, Corey, here somewhere in the crowd. Wombles with the serve overhand. Nice serve from Wombles. Emrick tries to get it set back up, and Bottle's going to have to try and get it over the net, and that won't happen. 4 hits for the Lady Colts, 1 point for the Lady Braves, and it's going to be 17-13 as Wombles lines up for the serve again. Wombles up and over. Bottleworth tries to get it. Nice serve by Wombles. Bottleworth had to get down on her knees to try and get the angle on it and couldn't get it done. Checking in is number 19, Cassidy Maddox at libero for Unity. We told you a little about her in the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. A talented little catcher for the program. Here comes Emma Wombles. Wombles on the serve, and it's not going to make its way over. And that'll be a service error and a point for Unity. Jillian Schaefer getting lined up, number 14, to serve. Her team trailing 14-18 here in game number 1. Schaefer with a serve over. Nice serve by Schaefer. Picked up by back row by Henderson. Lady Colts try and get it over. Emrick heaves it over. And now we've got some back and forth going. Wobble serves it back over. Free ball for the Colts. And Avery Emrick had to get right into the net and wasn't going to make it happen. Officials are calling for a reserve or a replay of the point. 2 players in the net, so we'll replay the point. 14-18 still here in game number 1. Jillian Schaefer lining back up for the Lady Colts. Schaefer with the overhand serve. Just trims over the net. Lady Braves able to pick it up. Thomas was able to make the first pass, but they weren't able to get it back over the net as it looked like got a little bit too close to the net for PCS, and now it's 15 serving 18. Schaefer one more time gets it over. Henderson with the first touch. Thomas gets it. PCS able to get it back over. Free ball for Unity. Here comes Arnsman. Arnsman with the attack into the back row. Picked up by the Lady Braves. Womble's able to get it on the second hit. PCS gets it back over. Arnsman with the set. Here comes Emrick. Emrick will give it a free ball back. Tries to get it down. Nice diving play from number 9, Riley Henderson, but she's not able to get the ball up. It falls to the floor, and a point for Unity. It is 16-18 here in game number 1. Arnsman with the go. Nice overhand serve pick up by Thomas. She's going to get a little bit underneath it, and they say that's a lift, and that'll be a point for Unity. And now we're back to 17-18. It's been close all through here in game number 1. PCS is able to extend a little bit of a lead. Now Unity is charged back. Schaefer with the serve, and that's going to sail just out of bounds. Not by much. Point for PCS. As we get a little bit of rotation coming in here, you'll see number 9, Riley Henderson, checking out. Number 25, Briley Piper checking back in. The serve belongs to Sophia Gengler here for PCS on the far baseline. Her team up 19-17. Sharp serve by Gengler, and that is going to be tough to stop for Cassidy Maddox. Seth Klusmeyer giving a little bit of instruction how to handle that next time, and now it's 20-17 on a sharp serve by number 14, Sophia Gengler. Still in game number 1. Gengler pops it over, and a nice drop ball from Gengler. That's going to hit the floor right in the middle for the Lady Colts, and it's 21-17. Bodorf comes in and checks out for Maddox. Up and over we go. Bodorf tries to handle it. Some nice serving going on right now by Sophia Gengler for the Lady Braves, and it is 22-17. And Seth Klusmeyer is going to take his second time out of game number 1. It's 22 for the PCS Lady Braves. Unity Lady Colts 17. Here's going to take a 1-minute timeout. Brought to you by RealNet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. RealNet and Twine is your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 217-285-5013 for RealNet and Twine. Also remind you that Illini Express is here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Getting out of the timeout buzzer here, it's PCS 22, Unity 17 in game number 1. As we've got quite a crowd surrounding us up here in our broadcast location. Sophia Gengler still on the serve here, trying to close things out for game number 1. As we let you know that the 1-minute buzzer is up. 22-17, Gengler with another nice serve, and that is going to go. There's the favor of the Lady Braves. Real close. Bodor thought it might have sailed out of bounds. It looked close. And that's going to need another point for PCS. Pipeline Community School just 2 points away from grabbing a game 1 win here. 23-17. Gengler has done a nice job serving here to get things going. That one is going to fall short out of bounds, though. That'll be a point for Unity. 18-23 as Morgan Arnsman is going to take the ball here. Oh, they're going to move Cassidy Maddox in. Maddox is going to take the place of Arnsman. She serves, her team trailing 18-23. Maddox with the underhand serve. Gets picked up in the middle by Wobbles. Here comes now Bodorf, tries to pick it back over. Addie Bodorf able to knock it back over the net on the free play. Riley Piper not able to pick it up for PCS. It's 19-23. Maddox up and over. Picked up in the back row for PCS. They're going to get it set up for number 3, London Thomas. Thomas tries to get it set up, and here comes Bodorf on the attack for Unity. Sends it to the back row, picked up by Gengler. Free ball from Emma Wombles goes back over, picked up by Dolmen. And Avery Emrick able to make the attack again, and it's all still in play here. Jillian Schaefer to Emrick on the second hit. Here comes Tegan Campbell. Tegan Campbell sends it just a little far back. Nice setup by the Lady Colts. Campbell not able to keep it in bounds, and it's going to be 24-19 game point as we get a couple of rotations quick in on both sides. Number 9, Riley Henderson, or excuse me, that's number 3, London Thomas on the serve here for PCS, trying to close things out in game number 1. PCS up 24-19. Thomas with the serve over to Schaefer. Schaefer over, and Blarf's going to get it up. Emma Wombles gets the set over for number 25, Riley Piper, right on the middle of the net, and they're not going to get it over. That'll be a point for Unity. 20-24 here in game number 1 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. As Tegan Campbell takes up the serve for Unity. Her team down by 4 here, needing to make a run, or this one's over here in game number 1. Campbell's nice serve by Campbell. Set up, here comes Piper. Piper with the attack over. Picked up by Schaefer, but not able to get snagged by Emrick. And that is going to be a game 1 win for the PCS Lady Braves. They take game number 1, 25-20. Here on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We remind you, Illini Community Hospital has been serving the community since 1942 with excellent healthcare services. From primary and specialty care to emergency medicine, Illini is here to serve you and your family. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. Carnes Communications, your local cellular location in Pittsfield, has the phones and accessories with personalized service that you need. Stop by the corner of Washington and Jackson in Pittsfield, or call 285-5400 for Carnes Communications. As we're hearing what you'd call the halftime show. It's the mid-game break between game 1 and 2. 8th grade match will be coming your way later on here tonight. And we expect that to be a nice little showdown between 2 talented teams with a lot of athletes on both sides. LSD Trucking, 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all of your needs. See the Dunham Boys and their professional team located on the south side of Pittsfield. That's LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. We'll take a quick little breather break here. I'll catch your breath, and we'll be back with game number 2 here live from Pikeland Community School in Pittsfield. We are set to go. Sides get back on the court. We're ready for game 2 here at PCS as the PCS Lady Braves and Unity Lady Colts in game number 2 of the 7th grade match. Lady Braves take a game 1 win, 25-18, as we get ready to rock and roll here. Thank you for joining us alongside those of you that are here on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you, mash that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. You'll get to see plenty of wonderful local athletes here as we get ready to go in game number 2. Emrick kicks off with a wonderful serve for the Lady Colts. PCS tried to get it set up. Riley Piper just didn't have the angle to really get the attack back over. That'll be a quick point for Unity as they lead 1-0. Number 5, Avery Emrick on the serve here for Unity. Sends it into the back row. Picked up by Gengler. Gengler to Piper. Piper to number 27, McClintock. She gets it back over. Here comes Unity. Bodorf with the attack back over. Picked up by the back row at PCS. Piper tries to get it back over. She doesn't get it off the forearm so smoothly, and it hits the floor. That'll be a point, 2-0 for Unity here in game number 2. Emrick with the overhand serve. Gets sent into the back row where it's picked up by Gengler. Here comes Piper with the attack. Nice attack by Piper. Picked up in the back row by Arnsman. Allie Carolyn got a hold of it. It bounced off to Arnsman. Arnsman got it up, and she wasn't able to just kind of find her bearings about her, and it hits the floor. That'll be a point for PCS. 1 serving 2 as Josie McClintock takes the ball for the Lady Braves. Overhand serve, and that's not going to make it over the tape. That's a service error and a point for Unity. It'll be 3 serving 1. Unity, as here comes Addie Bodorf. Addie Bodorf with the set. Overhand serve to the back row. Here comes Piper. She can't get under it very well. That'll be a pursuit error for the Lady Braves. Now it'll be 4-1 for Unity here in game number 2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Lady Colts trying to even this thing up and get to a third game as Bodorf sends it over the net. Emma Wombles watches it carefully and says that's going to go out of bounds. Point for PCS. It'll be 2 serving 4. Seeing number 9, Riley Henderson, check in. She'll check into rotation for Riley Piper. Nice little contingent of Lady Braves fans over here on the PCS student section as well. As Riley Henderson takes the ball to serve her team down 2-4 here in game number 2. Henderson gets it over, picked up by Arnsman. Arnsman to Schaefer for the set. Back to Arnsman. Nice little attack by Arnsman. She's going to knock it down. And that'll be a point for Unity. Nice little give and go between Morgan Arnsman, number 23, and number 14, Jillian Schaefer, 2 of the talented young athletes here in the Lady Colts program. Zara Dolmen checks in. She'll check in for Allie Carolyn as Dolmen will come in to serve now. Lady Colts up 5-2 here in game 2 of the first of 2 matches tonight at PCS. Emma Womble's able to get it back over. Dolmen picks it up. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer gets it to Arnsman. She'll tip it back over. Free ball for PCS. Rylan Knight was able to get a first hit under it. Nobody else was able to pick it up for PCS. It'll be a point Unity, and that's 6 serving 2. A little bit of miscommunication on the PCS side. Zara Dolmen lining up, and there comes the serve up and over. Sophia Gengler thought it might go out of bounds, but the last second changed her mind, and of course just wasn't quite set. Knocks it down on the floor. It'll be another point, and now Unity up 7-2 here in game 2. Just a couple of little mental errors have led to some points for Unity on the PCS side as Dolmen keeps the serve up. Sends it into the back row. Here comes Piper. Piper was trying to get a hand on it. Couldn't get it. Her and Wombles a little bit more miscommunication, and that's going to be a timeout over on the PCS side. Timeout, Pipeline Lady Braves. It's 8-2 here in game number 2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We remind you the Trash Queen serving Pike, Adams, Scott, and Morgan with residential, commercial, and roll-off services, offering 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. Call the Trash Queen at 217-320-4320, the proud scoreboard sponsor here at Central Illinois Sports. We remind you also happening tonight on the PCS, the Central Illinois Sports feed. State championship basketball, 7th grade class 1A from East Peoria Junior High School as Griggsville Perry in the 3rd place match. John and Jack are going to stick around for the championship of that game involving the Springfield Christ the King, one of the more talented and successful 7th grade programs across the state of Illinois over the past few years. Check them out on the other channel here on Central Illinois Sports. And then you can bounce back and forth to us if you want. It's the magic of technology, folks. Timeout, timer running down as we are 8-2 here in game number 2. Unity still on the serve. Zara Dolmen picks the ball back up for the Lady Colts. A couple of mental errors here on the Lady Braves side has led to this nice lead now for Unity. Dolmen gets it up and over. That's going to sail to the left, and it'll go out of bounds. Service error for the Lady Colts. Point for the Lady Braves, and now it'll be 3-8. Piper Henry getting lined up, number 34 for this PCS squad. She takes her way to the backside line, or baseline, and gets ready to put the ball back in play. Piper up and over. Addie Bodorf tried to chase it down, couldn't get under it, didn't quite know where it was going to land. It gets past her and still stays in bounds. That's an ace for the Lady Braves, and it's 4-8 here in game number 2. Serve gets over. Dolmen tries to handle it, can't get under it right. That's going to be a lift for the Lady Colts and another point for the Lady Braves. Checking in for the Lady Colts will be Allie Carolyn, number 13. She'll sit Zolman down after a couple of quick errors there in the back row. As the Lady Colts try to put a Band-Aid on this quick run from PCS. Piper Henry trying to keep it going. Her team down 5-8 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. To the back row again. Avery Emrick picks it back up. Schaefer not able to get it under and get it back over the net. Another point for PCS, and now we're back to 6-8. Piper up and over. Another nice serve. Fodor's not able to handle it. It sails back into the bleachers. Another ace for the Lady Braves, and we're back to a close match game here in game number 2. It's 7-8, serving 8. There's a game of runs so far here tonight on both sides. Up and over. Nice play by Allie Carolyn to get under it to Schaefer. Tegan Campbell tries to get on the attack. She can't get under it the right way, and that's going to fall on the floor. And now we're tied at 8. Seth Bluesmeyer wants a timeout on the Unity side. PCS 8. Unity 8 here in game number 2 as we hit a timeout on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We remind you, Bowler's Universe is open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., Fridays until midnight, and Saturday from 4 p.m. to midnight. We offer many menu items from burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. And hey, try one of those many craft beers along the bar area. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowler's Universe out on the west side of Pittsfield. Also, Damon Emrick at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404. Damon Emrick at Great Rivers Bank, pregame sponsor here on the pregame show for all games on Central Illinois Sports. Seeing some of the PCS 8th graders lining up over on the far sideline. Unity Lady Colt 8th graders also getting ready. We expect a fun match here in the 8th grade tonight. And we've got a nice one here in the 7th grade show so far. 25-18 was the result of game number 1. We are tied 8-8 here in game number 2. Unity had a little bit of a run. And now PCS has come storming back as Piper Henry still stays on the serve here for the Lady Braves. Up and over, and that's not going to find its way over the net. That'll be a service error for PCS. As Henry's going to take a seat, and number 1, Mariah Thomas, comes in on the libero side. Jillian Schaefer picks up the ball. Next to serve here for the Lady Colts. Her team leading 9-8 in game 2. Schaefer up and over. Into the back row to Thomas, who just checked in, to Emma Wombles. Gengler hits it over. A nice attack by Gengler, but it's going to sail out of bounds in the back row. Seth Bluesmeyer could have caught that one on his own. Point Unity, and now it's 10-8. PCS trying to get things over. Gengler able to keep the ball in play. Here comes the Schaefer to Emrick. And now Arnsman with a nice attack over. Nice play by Morgan Arnsman. Sends into the back row. Thomas not able to pick it up. Nice setup by the Lady Colts to grab that point. And now it's 11-8 here in game number 2. Jillian Schaefer on the serve still for Unity. Schaefer up and over, a nice serve. Thomas has to dive to get that one. Played off the net by Wombles, but it sails out of bounds on a nice hard hit from Wombles. That'll be a point for Unity, and now it's 12, serving 8. A nice dig off the start, but the Lady Braves not able to pick it up and get it in the air to get it back in play. Schaefer lines up, overhand serve. Sends it to the back row to Henderson. Womble sets it to the back row. Nice setup for number 27, Josie McClintock. But it just goes out of bounds on the backside. Another point for Unity, and now it's 13-8. A nice setup from Emma Wombles, who was really able to put that back into play. She was real tight against the net on that play. Wombles will get it over. That's going to sail just to the back line. Officials concurring, and they say that's a Lady Braves point. I would agree. Probably just snuck in on the back line there, and that'll be 9, serving 13. Up next to serve number 11, Emma Wombles. Her team trailing 9-13 here in game 2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Wombles up and over, and that's not going to get over. That's going to make its way into the bottom side of the net. Service error, PCS, point for Unity. And we'll see Cassidy Maddox come in on the libero position. She'll sit down number 23, Morgan Arnsman. Maddox gets it up and over to the back row to Henderson. Tip over by Emma Wombles. Nice play by Wombles. Unity not able to handle it on the return side, and that'll be a, oh, wait, excuse me. We've got a point coming. Officials ruling something against PCS, but I believe might have been an illegal hit. And that's going to be a point for Unity. It looked like Emma Wombles might have had a clean head over. The officials disagreed. So it's going to be a point for Unity. It's 15-9 here in game 2 as Cassidy Maddox still on the serve. Maddox up and over. Gets to the back row. Tries to get picked up by Rylan Knight. She can't get under it cleanly, and that'll be a lift and a point for the Lady Colts. They're up 16-9 here in game number 2. They are trailing games 1-0, so they need to pick this one up here and get into game number 3. Maddox just sails over the top of the tape. Nice pickup by Mariah Thomas, but she isn't able to get the first hit up to the setter, and that'll be a point for Unity. 17-9 now. Maddox lines up 17, gets it up high. Picked up by number 27, Josie McClintock, up to Wombles. Attack sails over from 25. That's Riley Piper. She's able to get the kill for PCS, and that makes it 10-17. Sophia Gengler getting lined up. This is the person, if you're PCS, you need to be serving right now. Put on a nice little show at the end of game number 1 is Sophia Gengler. Their team trails 10-17. She gets it up and over. Schaefer able to pick it up. Avery Emrick trips it just over the tape and right back over from PCS. Here comes Bodorf. Bodorf to the back row, picked up by Gengler. Gengler to Thomas, and now Thomas over to number 27, McClintock. Ball still in play. Here comes Bodorf on the attack. Tips over. Tipped by McClintock. Not able to be picked up by the rest of the Lady Braves, and that is a kill for Bodorf. Point for the Lady Colts, and it's 18-10. Nice play on both sides here on the last couple of possessions in play. As now Tegan Campbell lines up, number 18, with her team leading 18-10 here in game number 2. Officials checking a little bit of the rotation over on the PCS side, making things are clean and in line, and we're ready to play back into action. Tegan Campbell, Morgan Arnsman, Jillian Schaefer in the back row, Allie Carolyn, Addie Bodorf, Avery Emrick in the front row right now for PCS. In the back row, it looks like Mariah Thomas, Emma Wombles, and Sophia Gengler. Rylan Knight, number 25, Briley Piper, up in the front row along with 27, Josie McClintock. Campbell gets it over. Into the back row to Gengler. Gengler sets up and not able to get the pass from McClintock to Piper. Just a little bit over the outstretched reach as she tried to attack. That'll hit the floor, and it'll be a point Unity. Lady Colts leading 19-10 now here in the Trash Queen scoreboard here in game number 2. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports as Campbell gets into the back row to Thomas. Thomas over to McClintock. McClintock sets up. Back row, nice pickup by Allie Carolyn. But a nice hit by Briley Piper. She sends it over. Carolyn tried to get it up in the air, couldn't get it where it needed to go. It'll hit the floor, and that'll be a point for PCS. Rylan Knight lining up to serve here. Piper Henry checks in on the libero spot as Mariah Thomas sits down. 11 serving 19, and that serve from number 20, Rylan Knight, just takes a long swing out of bounds. Not what PCS needed right now. Here comes Avery Emrick. Lining up to serve. Lady Colts up 20-11 here in game number 2. Nice serve by Emrick. Picked up easily by Gengler, though. Here comes Piper Henry. Piper Henry not able to get a good hand under it. That'll hit the floor, and it's now 21-11. Unity has stormed back here and extended things. A 10-point lead in game number 2. Here comes Emrick. Emrick up and over. Picked up by Emma Wombles. Set up in the middle of the net. Piper Henry and Briley Piper just couldn't decide who was going to take that one. A little bit of miscommunication hits the floor. Now it's 22-11 in game 2. Lady Colts looking to close this out and go 3 tonight. Nice serve by Emrick. Gengler couldn't get underneath it as she was trying to make a move to the other part of the court. And now it's 23-11. And that'll be a timeout on the PCS side. Unity 23, PCS 11 here in game number 2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. As we hit the timeout, we want to remind you, Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New specials each week. The food is hot, the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. Also, thanks to our guys at Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, and Liberty help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, operating a business, or making a deposit. Great Rivers Bank locations in Pittsfield, Barry, and Liberty. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Unity trying to stick around here as the seventh graders now up in game number 2, 23-11. PCS won the first game if you're just catching in with us here early, 25-18. Unity trying to take it 3 here tonight. And our first of 2 matches for you at Pittsfield. Avery Emrick still on the serve. Nice back to Gangler. Gangler gets it up. Here comes Piper Henry. She tips it over. Free ball for Unity. Schaefer sets for Bodorf. Bodorf on the attack to the back row. Picked up by Emma Wombles. Nice send to the back row from number 25, Riley Piper, but it sails a little bit out of bounds, and now it's game point for Unity. Avery Emrick trying to close things out here for the Lady Colts in game 2. Emrick up and over. Piper couldn't get a hand on it, and that's going to be a point. And game number 2 will go to the Lady Colts, 25-11. We're going 3 here in the 7th grade match tonight at Unity. You'll see Jillian Schaefer and Avery Emrick head over for Unity. Emma Wombles heads over for the Lady Braves. If Corey Wombles has given his daughter any advice, I would probably say she would say tails never fails on the flip. And we'll see who'll get the serve here to kick off game number 3 in just a minute. Goes up. And it looks like the Lady Colts have won the serve for game number 3. And we'll take a quick break here in game number 3. We will be back in just a minute here on Central Illinois Sports. We'll take a quick minute to let me get a breather. And we'll be back with game number 3 here in the 7th grade match.
I'm just getting up for it.
We are back to action here at Pikeland Community School, watching live on Central Illinois Sports. Thanks to those of you tuning in tonight. We expect to see a few more of you hopefully tuning in as we get ready for the 8th grade match. We've got one more to go here in the 7th grade matches. We're tied up 1-1. PCS wins 24-18 in game number 1. Unity Colts win 25-11 here in game number 2. Avery Emrick on the serve to kick things off. Emrick sends one to the back row. Gangler able to pick it up. Here comes Piper Henry. Free ball back over for the Lady Colts. Bodorf sets up. Allie Carolyn and Schaefer both try to go after it. Schaefer gets it back over. And here comes the Lady Braves attack. That's number 25 for Barely Piper, who gets it back for the. And now Carolyn tips it back over. Nice give and go here right now. Piper tried to get it back over on the last attack attempt for the Lady Braves. It sails out of bounds towards the Unity bench. It'll be a point for Unity Lady Colts up 1-0 here in game number 3. Emrick with another nice serve. That's going to hit the deck, and that'll be an ace for the 7th grade squad. And it's 2-0. Emrick up and over, and that's not going to clear the tape. That'll be a point for the Lady Braves as it's 1-2 here in game number 3. PCS getting the ball back to serve. Number 27, Josie McClintock setting up for the PCS Lady Braves. As we've had a nice one here in the 7th grade match. That serve doesn't make it over the net. Had a little bit of a curve to it and made its way to the top of the tape, hits the floor, and it's 3-1 Unity. Cassidy Maddox is going to come in on the libero position. She'll come in for Addie Bottle. Bottle will take a seat real quick. Maddox up high and over, picked up by Gengler. Here comes Piper. Henry sends it over, but it's going to sail out of bounds on the left side. Out of bounds, point for the Unity Lady Colts. 4-1 here in game number 3. Maddox gets it up and over to Thomas. Here comes Emma Wombles. Emma Wombles tries to get underneath it. She didn't have a good angle underneath it. It'll go back on the floor on the PCS side. Another point for the Lady Colts. They're up 5-1 here in game number 3. Maddox up and over to Wombles. Wombles gets it over. Arnsman tried to tip it back over. Jump was not timed perfectly. And it'll hit the floor on the Unity side. It's 2-5. 2 serving 5 now here for PCS as Briley Piper sets up for the Lady Braves. Underhand serve makes it over the net to Bodorf. And now Tegan Campbell had to try and chase it down and wasn't going to get underneath that one. A little bit of a rough first pass from Bodorf, and that'll be a point for PCS. It's 3-5. Up and over it goes. Emrick with the first touch. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer to Arnsman. Arnsman into the back row. And that is going to hit. And they say that goes out of bounds. That looks pretty darn close over there in the corner. Seth Klusmeyer doesn't disagree. But it'll be a point for the Lady Braves. It's 4-5. That one was awfully close and might have actually been in. Emrick to Schaefer. Schaefer to Arnsman. Arnsman sends it back over. Picked up by Thomas. Up into the net, and the Lady Braves won't be able to get that one as it gets a little too close to comfort to the center line. That'll be a point for Unity, and now it's 6 serving 4 here in game number 3. Riley Henderson checks in for PCS. She'll sit down. Riley Piper. Allie Carolyn setting up the serve here. Carolyn underhand, nice into the back row. Henderson gets it picked up. Second touch now, as now Wombles able to get it over. A nice play by Emma Wombles. Here comes Jillian Schaefer. Jillian Schaefer finds the open space in the back row, and that'll be a kill for Schaefer. Point for the Lady Colts as it's 7-4. Unity leading here in game number 3. Nice play by Schaefer to find the open space for Unity. Sent into the back row. Thomas picks it back up. Not a good touch on the first track. And that's going to make its way out of bounds. It'll be 8-4. An ace for the Lady Colts. 8-4 here on the Trash Queen scoreboard in game number 3. 8th grade match still to come, and we expect that one to be a fun one here tonight as this 7th grade match is really entertained on both sides. Carolyn up and over. Picked up by Henderson. Henderson with a nice play to get it back over the net. Jillian Schaefer not able to chase it down, and it comes just inside on the sideline. And it'll be 5 serving 8 coming up here for PCS. Thomas comes out. London Thomas comes in. And Piper Henry is going to come up on the serve here for the Lady Braves. 5 serving 8 here in game number 3. Henry with a nice overhand serve. Gets up, touched by Carolyn. Carolyn to Bodorf. Jillian Schaefer, free ball for the Lady Braves. Picked up. Here comes Emma Wombles trying to get it back over. She does. Schaefer to Arnsman, back to Schaefer. Schaefer sends it over. Not able to be handled by number 9, Riley Henderson. That'll be a kill. Schaefer, point, Lady Colts. 9 serving 5 here in game number 3. Jillian Schaefer up next to serve here for Unity. Schaefer up and over, nice serve into the back row, picked up by Henderson. She gets it back over. It's Lady Colts ball. Here comes Arnsman. Arnsman couldn't get under it. Error on the Lady Colts side. Point for the Lady Braves at 6-9. Here comes Emma Wombles up next to serve for PCS. Wombles with a nice overhand serve, picked up by Bodor. Goes back over to the PCS side. Thomas tries to get it back over. That's going to sail out of the baseline. Sorry, we might have missed it on the camera. And that'll be a point for Unity. Morgan Arnsman up next to serve. Here comes Zara Dolmen checking back in for Unity. She's going to come in for Arnsman, and she'll be up next to serve. Dolman on the serve. Underhand serve makes it over to the back row. Lady Braves able to pick it up. Womble sets up for Henderson. Emrick tips it back over. Picked up nicely by Josie McClintock, but the Lady Braves can't get it off. It was playing awfully close to the net, and that'll be a point for Unity. 11-6 here in game number 3 is Zara Dolmen, trying to keep the momentum going for the Lady Colts, who won game 2, lost game 1. Dolman with a nice little skimmer over the net. It drops fast. Josie McClintock able to catch up with it. Ace for Dolman. Point for the Lady Colts. It's 12-6 here in game 3. Dolman up and over. Picked up by Thomas. Thomas to Gangler. Emma Wombles plays it back over. Free ball, and it's going to sail out of bounds on the back baseline. Point for the Lady Colts, and that'll be a timeout on the PCS side. The Trash Queen scoreboard reads Unity 13, PCS 6 here in game number 3. As we tell you a little more about Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offering quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, and anything to do with concrete. Waters Concrete is ready to serve you today. Call Tim at 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. And also telling you about Carnes Communications, your local U.S. cellular location in Pittsfield, has the phones and accessories with personalized service that you need. Stop by the corner of Washington and Jackson in Pittsfield or call 285-5400 for Carnes Communications. We have seen a nice match so far between both teams, as we are in the middle of game 3, 13-6. And now the Lady Braves fans, a nice student section here tonight, trying to get their girls back in it as they trail 13-6. Zara Dolman lining up to serve for Unity. Dolman up and over. Picked up by Thomas. Thomas had to dive for it. Couldn't get it up to where Wombles could make a play on it. That'll be a point for Unity. 14-6. Dolman, high serve, makes it up and over. Lady Braves get down on it. Wombles tries to set it up. Played over by Gangler. Picked up by Schaefer. Avery Emrick able to tap it back over. Tegan Campbell with the setup for Emrick. Emrick to Bodor. Bodor for the attack into the back row. That's going to go off the hands of Mariah Thomas and out of bounds. And that's a point for Unity. 15-6. Lady Colts now leading here on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Dolman still on the serve. Seth Klusmeyer and Elise Beckhart talking things over on the Lady Colts bench. Dolman, high serve once again up and over. Gangler able to take it on the first one to Wombles. Wombles to Thomas. Thomas with the attack, and that's going to fall and stay in bounds. That's a kill for Thomas. Points for the Lady Braves. And now it's 7-15. Sophia Gangler heads back up to serve here for PCS. Over on the Unity side, Morgan Arnsman's going to check back in for number 9, Zara Dolman. Gangler on the serve, her team trailing 7-15 here in game 3. If there's anybody you want up serving for this PCS team to make a rally, it's probably Gangler. Gangler into the back row. Allie Carroll not able to handle it. That'll be an ace. And a point for the Lady Braves as it's 8-15. Gangler up and over, nice play to Arnsman. Arnsman couldn't handle the first pass too, as Seth Klusmeyer says, got to get that first pass up. 2 aces in a row. 2 points in a row for the Lady Braves. It's 9-15. Up and over. Schaefer able to handle that one to Bodorf. Bodorf to Avery Emrick. Avery Emrick able to tap it right over the net. McClintock tried to get underneath it and couldn't make it. Point for the Lady Colts. It's 16-9. Checking in over on the PCS side. Checking in for Thomas is number 25. That's Briley Piper as Tegan Campbell lines up to serve here for Unity. Campbell up and over. Emma Wombles with the first touch. Piper gets it up and over. Nice play by Piper. Bodorf couldn't handle it off the net. 2 hits for the Lady Colts, 1 point for the Lady Braves, and now it's 10-16. Piper Henry comes in on the libero position. Libero now Mariah Thomas. She's going to serve 10-16 as we see Thomas sit down for the Lady Braves. Up and over. Schaefer gets it to Emrick. Emrick now to Allie Carolyn. Attacking to the back row, picked up easily by Wombles. Point for the Lady Colts, as they say. It was 2 hits there for the Lady Braves as they were trying to get the setup of the attack. And it's going to be 17-10 here. Avery Emrick lining up to serve for Unity. Emrick up and over. That one just hits the top of the tape and falls back on the Unity side. Service error for the Lady Colts. Point for the Lady Braves. 11 serving 17 now. Josie McClintock on the serve for PCS. Up and over the net. Picked up by Tegan Campbell. She couldn't get underneath it though, and it sails out of bounds. Ace for the Lady Braves. 12-17. PCS trying to climb back in it slowly but surely here in game number 3. Nice serve by McClintock. That's going to sail and stay right in bounds. Morgan Arson couldn't read it. And that's going to be a timeout over on the Unity side. Unity leads 13-16 here in game number 3 as we hit on the Trash Queen scoreboard and a timeout. Want to remind you, Real Net and Twine, located north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Real Net and Twine, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see the gang or give them a call at 217-285-5013 for Real Net and Twine, just north of Pittsfield. We'll reset things for you here in game number 3. Unity leading 13-17. It'll be PCS serve as we come out of the break. PCS won game number 1 at 25-18. Unity stormed back a 25-11 win in game number 2. And we are now here in the reaches of game number 3. Somebody's going to win this match tonight. We're just not sure when or who. Josie McClintock picks the serve back up for PCS. Up and over the net, picked up by Emrick. Emrick to Bodorf. Bodorf to Schaefer. She'll get it back over, and she finds open space. PCS shifted after the hit. Thomas couldn't get back underneath it, and that'll be a point for Unity as Cassidy Maddox comes in for Bodorf. Maddox, her team leading 18-13. Up and over the serve goes for Maddox into the back row for Gangler. Gangler's not going to get a good first hit on it, unfortunately, for PCS. That'll sail to the bench and go out of bounds, 19-13. Unity looking to close things out here and grab a win tonight on the road at PCS. 7th graders had a hard-fought match against Quincy Catholic on Monday night, looking to get one back in the win column here. Here comes Piper Henry on the attack. Nice pickup by Schaefer to Emrick. Who's going to take it back over? The free ball is Campbell. Campbell gets it back over. Lady Braves couldn't adjust. Thomas went for it. No good. And that'll be a point. It's now 20-13 Unity. Up and over to Thomas. Thomas to Arnsman. Arnsman tried to play it right off the net. Couldn't get it where it needed to be. Right idea, wrong execution, as now Bodorf comes back in for Cassidy Maddox. On the serve for PCS, it's Briley Piper. Piper gets it up and over. Here comes Emrick on the return. Piper Henry tried to get it up and over. She couldn't get it over the top of the net. As she tried to quick return it back over for PCS. It's 21-14 now. As we see Riley Henderson come back in, she checks in for Piper. Allie Carolyn on the serve into the back row. Right through the middle of 2 of the Lady Braves. Riley Henderson, Mariah Thomas couldn't get it figured out, and that'll be a timeout for PCS. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, Unity leads 22-14 over the Pikeland Lady Braves here in Game 3 as we hit the timeout and remind you about Illini Community Hospital. Illini Express here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Lots of people getting in on the camera action here tonight as we're set up high atop the perch here at PCS. One side of bleachers as we go. It's 22-14. Gangler gets it back over to Arnsman. Arnsman sets up for Schaefer. Schaefer into the back row. Picked up by Henderson. Emma Wombles gets it over. Schaefer on the set. Tegan Campbell trying to get lined up for the attack. Got underneath it the wrong way. Sends it into the net. That's a point for PCS. It's 15-22 as Piper Henry is going to line up to serve here for the Lady Braves. Henry on the serve, up and over into the back row. Bodorf able to pick it up. Tegan Campbell tried to dive and chicken wing it up. Ace for the Lady Braves. Point for the Lady Braves. 16-22. PCS not done yet here in game number 3. Piper Henry decided she didn't like that one. We'll get a reserve if she didn't like the toss to herself. Piper Henry up and over. Nice serve as Avery Emrick tried to pick it up. That one might have sailed out of bounds had she let it go. Real close, and Seth Bluesmeyer says he'll take a timeout. Unity leads 22-17. We're not done yet here in game number 3, folks, on the Trash Queen scoreboard, as we tell you about another one of our wonderful sponsors, Damon Emrick at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with auto, residential, and commercial loans. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the guys at Great Rivers Bank, locations in Barrie, Pittsfield, and Liberty. Also remind you about Pike County Express, Robin Ocker and the gang, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday at a newsstand near you. That is the Pike County Express newspaper. Coming back to live action here in game number 3. Unity leads Pikeland 22-17 here in game number 3. PCS on the serve with Piper Henry lining up on the baseline. Piper Henry up and over. Nice serve. Picked up Allie Carroll, not able to play that one well. It's going to be an ace for Pikeland. PCS trying to fight and claw back into this one. 18 serving 22. The gap was somewhere around 10 points, and now it's down to 4 for the Lady Braves. Piper Henry up and over a little bit higher that time. That's going to sail just out of bounds. Addie Bodorf, Allie Carroll, smart enough to let that one go. And it'll be 23-18 as Jillian Schaefer lines up for the Lady Colts. Unity trying to put this one away. Schaefer up on the serve, just tipped over the net. A nice serve and an ace for Jillian Schaefer. London Thomas not able to pick that one up, and now it is match point for Unity. 24-18 here in game 3. Schaefer up and over into the back row, picked up, and now Morgan Arnsman gets it up. Emrick with the tip back. Here comes Avery Emrick on the attack. Back into the back row. Thomas able to pick it up to McClintock. Gangler able to get it back over. That goes off the fingertips of Schaefer, and it's another point for PCS. Good back and forth on that possession by both teams. PCS able to get the advantage. It's Emma Wombles now on the serve for PCS. Lady Braves down by 5. Emma Wombles up and over. Picked up nice by Allie Carroll, and Tegan Campbell tips it up. And they say that's going to go into the net. Tegan Campbell couldn't stop the momentum. Right idea. Just got a little too far out of control, and now she goes into the net. It's 20-24 now. We've had a fun one here in the 7th grade match. Emma Womble's up and over. Allie Carroll can't handle that one either. Another ace for the Lady Braves. It's 21-24. Cassidy Maddox is going to come in for Allie Carroll. Some nice serving here in the latter parts of game 3 for the Lady Braves. Emma Womble's up next. Schaefer able to get underneath it, sends it back to the PCS side. Here comes Emrick. Emrick takes it back to the back row, picked up by Thomas. Thomas to Wombles. Wombles back to Piper. She gets it up. Free ball over, and Avery Emrick can't handle it. Seth Kuzmeyer says, hey, we're not done. We just need 1 point. It is 22 serving 24. Some sharp serving from PCS has dug them back out of a big hole here in game number 3. Emma Womble's up and over. That's going to be another ace. Lady Colt's not able to handle it. Didn't know he was going to go. It's 23-24. Emma Wombles with a nice ace. Here we go. Womble's up and over to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to go out of bounds, and we are tied now in game number 3, 24-24. We're going to get at least 2 more points, one way or the other, as we've got to win by 2. What a comeback here for the Lady Braves as we are tied at 24 in game number 3. Wobbles up and over. Oh, and that is going to sail out of bounds. What a tough break to get the ball back, and now it's 25-24. Not done yet as you've got to win by 2. Seth Kuzmeyer checking the rotation, making sure they've got the right girl up to serve. Morgan Arnsman was next in rotation, but he's going to put Zara Dolmen in to try and close this thing out for Unity. It was a 10-point lead earlier in this match in game number 3 for Unity. PCS has clawed back, tied it at 24 before Womble served one out of bounds. Dolmen trying to wrap things up here for Unity. Up and over goes Dolmen. Gangler able to tip it up to Wombles. Wombles to Thomas. Thomas gets it over to Carolyn. Carolyn to Emrick. Here comes Bottle from the attack. And Bottle is able to close it out as the Lady Braves can't pick it up. Final score here in game number 3 on a hard-fought game by both teams. Unity wins 26-24. They will win the match 2-1.
Take your brother and head out. Oh, I'm not supposed to.
That is going to wrap things up. We tell you about our player of the game, brought to you by Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement from our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. Well, goodness gracious, folks, a lot of Player of the Game candidates, mainly on both sides. I'd say we'll probably name Jillian Schaefer our Player of the Game for Unity. Some solid, consistent play all through the 7th grade match, but a lot of showcase moments for a lot of players on both sides tonight here in a very hard-fought 7th grade match tonight at PCS. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to let them get captain's meetings and get through this first 2-minute introduction, and we will be back for the start of 8th grade here at PCS. We welcome you back here to Pikeland Community School in Pittsfield, Illinois. We're getting ready for the 8th grade match here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Locations in Pittsfield, Berry, and Liberty. Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Well, if you've been joining us here through most of the evening, you saw a really nice, exciting match between the 7th graders for PCS and Mendon Unity. And now we've got 8th grade action coming your way here in just a little bit as teams getting into the warm-up process. PCS on the floor for their 6 minutes, and then Mendon Unity will take the floor for their 6-minute warm-up time. As we're getting ready, we want to tell you about the Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New specials each week. The food is hot and the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. And also the guys at LSSD 3D Leasing. Phone number is 217-285-2808. Trucking for all of your needs. Come see the Denham boys and their professional team at LSSD and 3D Leasing. Well, the PCS Lady Braves taking the floor now for their 6-minute warm-up. Let's tell you a little bit about the girls you might be seeing here through the night. Big roster on the PCS side. Number 6 is Carly Patterson. Number 9 is Avery Wyatt. Number 13 is Kenley Gerard. Number 15 is Cameron Riley. Number 18 is Shelby Patterson. Number 21 is Presley Brown. 22 is Tori Stambaugh. 26 is Emma Dipple. Number 28 is Bella Bernard. Number 30 is Amaya Howland. Number 33 is Brianne Chenoweth. And 39, Claire Kearns. And rounding out the roster is number 40, Kelsey Yelliot. Kate Marable, the coach of the PCS Lady Braves. Somebody who definitely knows what she's doing on the volleyball court. So you know this team will be toned and ready to go here for tonight's match. They've won a couple of matches already this season. Picked up a win against Rushville and a couple of other here. So we expect this team to be competitive. These two teams did play each other last year during the COVID season. Mendon Unity was able to pick up the win in 2 games. But we'll see how this squad has matured. As a lot of these girls and teams, you will see a different version of themselves from 7th to 8th grade years. And so it's always nice to see how these teams mature and grow skill-wise as we get on the court. We thank you for joining us here tonight on Central Illinois Sports. If it's your first time joining us here on the YouTube stream, we invite you to give us a subscribe button, like. Check out all of the offerings we have as we are getting here the nitty-gritty of high school basketball season. I promise you, Jack, John, Charlie, Damon, the rest of the guys will have all of the hot basketball action you need as we reach the postseason. Especially now that we are in a new format where all 4 classes of high school basketball play on the same days. So regional quarterfinals will be on the same Saturday for all 4 classes. Regional semifinals and championship games for all 4 classes will be all on the same days, which means that these guys will have you covered all across Western Illinois with all of the action you need. But we're getting ready for volleyball here tonight in a special presentation of volleyball. We remind you, Jack Hull, John Hall are in East Peoria Junior High tonight for the 7th grade 1A, 3rd place, and state championship game. Springfield Perry was trailing in the 4th quarter just by 1. And Springfield Christ the King will be in that championship game tonight, one of the more accomplished 7th grade programs across the state of Illinois in the past decade. Briggsville graduate Todd James is the head coach over at Springfield Christ the King. And we expect big things out of CTK tonight in that championship game. 2 minutes left here on the warm-up clock for the PCS Lady Braves. As they get things moving, we want to tell you about Pike County Concrete. When you need concrete for your next job, give Pike County Concrete a call, 217-285-5548, located in Pittsfield and Jacksonville. Bowler's Universe is open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, and Saturdays 4 p.m. to midnight. We offer many menu items from burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. Try one of the many craft beers as well. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowler's Universe. We've told you a little bit about the PCS Lady Braves. We'll tell you a little bit now about the Unity Lady Colts. Let's go down the roster real quick for you players you'll see tonight. Number 1 is Sailor Berry. Number 2, Mia Lopez. Number 4 is Alicia Kramer. Number 10, Braylon Hills. Number 11 is Sadie Shoemaker. Number 15 is Morgan Voss. 16, Riley Epford. Number 17, Ari Bueller. Number 21, Chloe Curley. Number 27, Peyton Earhart. Number 32, Abigail Hildebrand. And number 34 is Cody Duke. Unity Lady Colts are 5-1 on the season right now. Their only loss came Monday night in a dogfight of a match over at Quincy Catholic, losing in 3, slugging out the second game 26-24, losing the third 25-22, as Quincy Catholic was able to rush out to an early game 1 win. And they're going to overtime in the third place 7th grade game at Griggsville Perry, 24-24. So if you want to check that out, as we've got a few minutes to spare here, check things out on the other YouTube stream here on the Central Illinois Sports Channel. John Hall, Jack Hall have all the coverage from East Peoria Junior High tonight. We have seen this Lady Colt squad mature just a little bit over the 7th to 8th grade years. This was a team that won a sectional last year in a COVID format where they were able to still get 15 matches in. They won a 3-game battle against Carthage at Carthage for the sectional championship last year. Only match they lost last year was against Quincy Junior High. This is a talented team with a lot of athletes in its 8th grade ranks, led by Ari Bueller, number 17, Sailor Berry, number 1, and Cody Duke, one of the lead attackers, as you see her coming into the net, is number 34. Players in the back row, Sadie Shoemaker, who's evolved into the setter position here for the Lady Colts, is number 11. You'll see her in the back row and up in the setter position to start. Mia Lopez plays a lot of the back row as well, one of the first hitters and setters in the back row. You'll see Morgan Voss come off the bench as well, along with Riley Epker, Alicia Kramer, and Peyton Earhart, one of the other starters on this team. Peyton Earhart, a very crafty 8th grade player, one of those kids that's just a little bit smart, knows when to tip it over instead of try and set and catch him off guard. That's Peyton Earhart. Once again, you'll see Morgan Voss come off the bench in libero role. She'll be in the back row sometimes. But this Lady Colt squad has really started to grow. We're really seeing some nice things out of them. A long road to go for this team, as they've still got a really challenging regional coming up that's going to involve the likes of Nauvoo-Calusa, Brown County, and Carthage, the team that they beat in the sectional last year. Of course, one of the reasons that probably happened was that you could only play teams within your own EMS region, and that really narrowed down the field a little bit for teams that you could play in a regional and sectional. Regardless, this team was 14-1 last season, 5-1 so far this season, and looking to ride some momentum tonight here at Pittsfield. Elise Speckhart, the head coach of the 8th grade squad, Seth Klusmeyer alongside, as they'll get rocking and rolling. And we said Elise and Seth have seen a lot of success over the past few years with this middle school volleyball program. A superbly talented team of sophomores that won a state championship recently as 7th graders. Would have likely won a state championship as an 8th grade squad, except COVID came through and ruined it for everybody. And here we are now. Still on the pregame show here, the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, brought to you by Carnes Communications. Your local U.S. Cellular location in Pittsfield has the phones and accessories with the personalized service you need. Stop by. They're located at the corner of Washington and Jackson in Pittsfield. That's right when you get into town. That's where, right by Subway. Get yourself a cell phone and a sub sandwich, and you'll be set for the day. 285-5400 for Carnes Communications in Pittsfield. Just about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up periods tonight. Some fun stuff going on here tonight. Emma Dipple over on the Lady Braves side, and Sadie Shoemaker on the Lady Colt side, cousins, playing against each other tonight. So a lot of fun going on here. A lot of family on both sides supporting all of these girls tonight. A nice crowd here tonight as well at PCS. A lot of students here for the PCS side. A nice contingent of Unity fans who's traveled here as well. And we've got you joining us alongside on the Central Illinois Sports Stream. So a nice audience to support these young ladies as they get ready to go. Junior high volleyball action here tonight. The quickest and most compact of just about any sports season you'll ever see. We start in early January. We wrap up in mid-March, and it is a nonstop grind from start to finish for junior high volleyball. We are going to take a quick break, folks. We'll take a couple of minutes here. I'll catch my breath, get a quick drink, and we'll be ready to go when we come back to the start of the 8th grade match. Pikeland Community School Lady Braves Mendon Unity Lady Colts here on Central Illinois Sports. Welcome you back to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show here live on Central Illinois Sports. Special presentation of junior high volleyball your way tonight. The Unity Lady Colts, PCS Lady Braves out of Pittsfield, battling it out here in the south end of Pittsfield. We are just about done with the warm-up period for the Unity Lady Colts, which means we will be coming up to game action here in just a minute. If you're just joining us, Unity won the 7th grade match, an exciting 3-game battle. Unity was up by 10 in game number 3. PCS rallied to tie it at 24. Unity came and got the last 2 points to close things out in a 26-24 win. Buzzer sounds. We're going to get ready to go here for game number 1 of the 8th grade match. Remind you, if you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, and Liberty. We serve the entire region and beyond. Check out our online loan application at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank, a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender. Also reminds you about our scoreboard sponsor, the Trash Queen, serving Pike, Adams, Scott, and Morgan with residential, commercial, and roll-off services, offering 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. Call the Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. Sadie Shoemaker, Cody Duke, Peyton Earhart, Neil Lopez, Sailor Berry, Ari Bueller, the starters over on the Unity side. Starting for PCS, it's Kenley Gerard, Presley Brown, Bella Bernard, Carly Patterson, Avery Wyatt, and Kelsey Elliott as we get ready to go here in the 8th grade match. I said someone's name right. Not sure which one I said right, but we've got it. We're always happy to know we're pronouncing things correctly here. That's why they pay us the big bucks at Central Illinois Sports. Unity's going to get the first serve here tonight. Excuse us. We clear our throat here a little bit. It is winter at all. Cody Duke, number 34, lining up to kick things off here in the 8th grade match. Number 34, one of the lead attackers here on this Lady Colts squad. Overhand serve up and over to the back row, picked up quickly by Bella Bernard. Sailor Berry able to tip it back over. She gets it past Carly Patterson, and that'll be a kill for Berry. Point for the Lady Colts, 1-0 here as we kick things off in the 8th grade match. Cody Duke on the serve. Lady Braves lined up on the other side. Duke goes up and over, picked up quickly by Bella Bernard. Set up to Bueller. Here comes Sailor Berry. Berry in the back row, and that'll be a kill as it slides between number 21, Presley Brown, and number 28, Bella Bernard. Kill for Berry. 2 kills for Berry here in the early going. 2 points for the Lady Colts. We're up 2-0 here in game number 1. Cody Duke up and over. Into the middle, picked up by Bernard. After that to Kenley Gerard. Kelsey Elliott tries and gets it over the net. A far play with her back to the net. Not going to be able to get it up and over. It's 3-0 now. Duke still on the serve for Unity. Cody Duke up and over into the back row. Picked up by Presley Brown. Not going to get picked up on the second play, and that'll be an ace for the Lady Colts. 4-0 here in the early goings. Thanks to everybody watching alongside here on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you, hit that subscribe button. Lots of pro-season high school basketball coming your way if you do so. Duke up and over. Serve into the back row. Picked up by number 9. That's Avery Wyatt. She's not going to be able to get it up to where it's playable. That serves over by the PCS student section. Another ace for the Lady Colts, and we're up 5-0. Checking in for PCS is going to be number 26, Emma Diffel. She'll check in for Bella Bernard, and she makes her way up into the front row as Duke still on the serve. 5 serving 0 here in game number 1. Duke up and over. Gets over the net, but it sails out of bounds. That'll be a first point of the game for PCS. Lady Braves will come up to serve, trailing 1, serving 5. Number 13, Kenley Gerard, lining up for the Lady Braves. Lady Colts back in position on their side. Gerard's serve doesn't make it over the net, goes into the middle. That'll be a service error and a point for Unity. 6-1 now as here comes Sadie Shoemaker. Shoemaker on the serve, underhanded, gets up and over to the back row to Dipple. Dipple to Gerard, sets it up for number 9. That is Avery Wyatt. That tips off of Bueller's hands. Doesn't make it back into play, and that's going to be a point for PCS. 2 serving 6. And now here comes Kelsey Elliott. Elliott makes it up and over to Earhart. Earhart sets it up. Here comes Barry. Barry to Mia Lopez on the attack, back up and over, and that gets picked up by Gerard. Gerard at Avery Wyatt. Knocked back over, free ball for the Lady Colts. Here comes Barry. Barry sets up for Bueller, attacking to the back row. Gerard not able to handle it. That'll be a kill. Bueller. Point Lady Colts. It's 7 serving 2. Checking in over on the PCS side, Cameron Riley, number 15. She's going to sit down Elliott as Sailor Barry on the serve now for the Lady Colts. Barry up and over. Barry to the back row, picked up by Riley. Riley set up from Wyatt. Wyatt now sets up for Presley Brown on the attack. Back to the Lady Colts. Here comes Bueller. Bueller hammers it down. It's tapped by Wyatt. She's not able to get it back up into play. Kill for Bueller. Point for the Lady Colts. It's 8 serving 2. Wyatt was able to get up into the field of play. Couldn't get it back up. And that's going to be a service error just out of bounds. Cameron Riley thought about touching it, pulled away, and was able to get out of bounds in time. And it's 3 serving 8. As now Carly Patterson on the serve in the far corner for PCS. Patterson with a little step up and over, and that one's going to dance off the tape, and it'll fall to the floor. It's an ace for Patterson. 4 serving 8 here for the Lady Braves. On the Trash Queen scoreboard. Patterson with a step up, gets it up and over. Sadie Shoemaker with a first touch to Earhart. Earhart to Bueller. Bueller in a nice diving play by Gerard for the Lady Braves. Bueller again. Bueller sends it to the back row. That is tough by number 15, Cameron Riley, but she's not able to get it up in the air. Lady Braves give up the point, and it's 9 serving 4 as Ari Bueller comes up for Unity. Bueller, one of the team leaders on this squad. Heavy attackers you see up in the front row, and a nice serve to boot as Riley's not able to handle that one, and it's 10 serving 4. A nice serving attack to start off this Unity rotation between Cody Duke, Sailor Barry, Sailor Shoemaker, and Ari Bueller. 4 girls that can get it over the net at any time. Sets it up for the PCS Lady Braves. They get it back up and over. And that was a nice little tip by number 21, Presley Brown. Not able to get picked up by the Lady Colts. And that's going to be a point for PCS. 5 serving 10 as Avery Wyatt lines up on the baseline for the Lady Braves. Wyatt up and over. Cody Duke tips it up to Earhart. Now back to Duke. Here comes Duke trying to drop it down. Finds the open space in the middle of the court. Kill. Cody Duke. Point Unity. And it'll be 11 serving 5 coming back over to the Unity side. Checking in on the Unity side. Checking out Sadie Shoemaker. Checking in number 4, Alicia Kramer, as Mia Lopez takes the serve for Unity. Lopez with the underhand serve into the back row. Picked up. Here goes Wyatt setting it up far right side for number 11. Or excuse me, that was 13. Kenley Gerard, she's not able to keep it in play. Point Unity, it's 12 serving 5. Lopez up and over into the back row. Here comes Wyatt on the set. Up and over for Dipple. Dipple gets it over. Lady Colt's not able to pick it up. That'll be a kill for Dipple. As Alicia Kramer tried to get underneath it. Couldn't get it in time. It's a point for Pittsfield. 6 serving 12 now. Kelsey Elliott checks back in. She'll sit down number 15, Cameron Riley. As number 21, Presley Brown on the serve for PCS, trailing 6 serving 12. Into the back row, and that's going to sail far. Avery Bueller lets it go. That'll be a service error for the Lady Braves. Point for the Lady Colts. Peyton Earhart lining up now for Unity. Number 27 on the squad. Unity leads 13-6 here in game 1. Earhart up and over into the back row. Picked up by Carly Patterson. Patterson tries to get the back row attack. Can't get it up and over the net. That's going to be a point. 14-6 as now Morgan Voss comes in on the libero position. Sits down Mia Lopez. Up and over is Earhart. Earhart to Wyatt. She gets the first touch. Set up in the air. It's going to be a far play. A free ball as Dipple gets it over. And that's going to sail out of bounds on the side. And that's going to be a timeout for PCS. Unity 15. Highland Community School Lady Braves 6 here on the timeout on the Trash Queen scoreboard. While we've got a timeout, we remind you about the Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New specials each week. The food is hot and the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. And hey, stop by and tell them Merle said he'd buy you around. Also, one of our great sponsors here tonight, Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper, serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday at a newsstand near you. That's the Pike County Express. Thanks to Robin Opker and her friends for their continued sponsorship of sports here on Central Illinois Sports. We're coming out of the timeout break. Unity leading 15-6 here in game number 1. We told you this is a talented Unity squad. Won a sectional championship a year ago. All of its players back. We've seen some nice development out of Cody Duke, Sadie Shoemaker, Peyton Earhart, and more. As we get back to game action, Earhart continues to serve for Unity. Up and over, traps over the tape, but it's going to sail out of bounds. Kelsey Elliott lets that one go out of bounds, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Braves. 7 serving 15. Bella Bernard's going to check back in. She'll sit down Emma Dipple in the rotation for PCS, and Bernard's going to take the serve. PCS looking for a run to try and close things back up here in game number 1. Bernard up and over. Avery Bueller able to get it to Barry. Bailey sets it up for Duke. Duke hammers it into the back row. Nice pickup by Wyatt to Kramer. Kramer now to Barry. Sets it up again for Cody Duke. Duke into the back row. Another nice dig by Wyatt. And now Elliott gets it back over. Free ball for Unity to Sailor Barry. Here comes Duke. Duke with a third hammer, and that one gets down. Bella Bernard couldn't get underneath it. And that's going to be a kill for Duke. Point for Unity. It's 16 serving 7. Nice back and forth. A couple of nice plays by Avery Wyatt to dig those out from Cody Duke. Duke comes up to serve here. Unity Lady Colts leading 16-7. Duke on the up and over. Picked up by Presley Brown. Bella Bernard gets it over. It's going to be a free ball for the Lady Colts. Here comes Barry on the set. Alicia Kramer's going to try and get one underneath it. Gets it down, picked up by Presley Brown. Here comes Elliott on the kill attempt. Now picked up by Duke. Duke to Barry. Kramer on her second try gets it tipped up in the air. Gerard was able to get a hand on it. No one else was, though, and it hits the floor on the PCS side. 17-7 now. 10-point lead in game number 1 for Unity. Duke with another nice serve up and over. Wyatt able to get it way up in the air. And now it's set up. Set up and hit over by Carly Patterson. Duke handles it. Here comes Bueller. Bueller just on a nice little tip. A dig try by Presley Brown doesn't make it. And that's going to sail out of bounds. Point Unity, 18 serving 7 now. PCS really doing a nice job of able trying to get these plays. Just the ball not bouncing their way on some of the key spots. Checking in for Unity, it's number 32, Abigail Hildebrand. You'll see her up in the front row trying to do some attacking here as Duke tries to keep things rolling for Unity. Tip back over to be a free ball. Avery Bueller able to get up and tip it. Bueller is so smart with those little tip plays. able to put the ball right where it needs to go. PCS able to close in on it in time. It's now 19 serving 7. Up and over. And that's going to sail just out of bounds, just past the baseline, out of bounds. Service error. And Duke finally wraps up a nice run at serving there for for the Lady Colts. Checking back in for PCS is number 18, Shelby Patterson. She'll sit down Avery Wyatt as Kenley Gerard, number 13, is on the serve here for the Lady Braves. Lady Braves trail 18-9 here in game number 1. Gerard, nice serve up and over, picked up by Bueller. Bueller to Barry. Barry to Bueller, bound, and now another pickup by Gerard. Nice dig by Gerard, and it sails just out of bounds. And that'll be a point for Unity. A couple of nice plays by Kenley Gerard, excuse me. Checking back in for Unity is going to be number 11, Sadie Shoemaker. She'll sit down Hildebrand. We see number 16, that is Riley Epker, checking in for the first time as well. And she'll sit down Mia Lopez with the Lady Colts leading 20-8 here in game number 1 on the Crash Queen scoreboard. Sadie Shoemaker coming up to serve here. We've seen Sadie evolve a little bit of an overhand serve. We may or may not see that tonight, just depends. But she is able to skim that ball over the top of the net if she wants to on the underhand serve, and she's been working on the overhand serve in the offseason and the early going. Officials checking the rotation on the PCS side as we'll look to get back to game action. Shoemaker up and over on the overhand serve. Gets it set up, picked up by Brown. Brown able to get it up, but Lady Braves a little miscommunication, not able to get things set up. And that'll be a point for Unity. Chloe Curley's going to check in, number 21 here on the Lady Colts squad. She'll sit down Cody Duke as Unity trying to close things out quickly here in game 1, up 21-8. Elise Beckhart checking out her rotation. Everything good to go. Lady Braves trying to get the ball back and try and close this one up just a little bit. Shoemaker able to get it up, just hits the top of the tape and falls back down. Service error for the Lady Colts, point for the Lady Braves. It'll be 9-21. Kelsey Elliott up to serve now, second time through in the rotation here for Pittsfield. Elliott gets it up, nice serve, bend to the back row, picked up by Earhart. Earhart to Barry, Barry to Bueller. Bueller taps it over. Nice dig out by PCS, and Bueller gets it again. Elliott or Gerard got it back over. There's a hammer in the back row. Officials concur, and they say that's going to be a point for Unity. Nice few digs and a nice play by PCS to try and keep that one in play. We'll see number 15, Cameron Riley, come in. She's going to sit down Elliott. On the Unity side, you're going to see number 10 in the middle of the back row. That is Braylon Hills, first-year player on the Lady Colts squad as they try and get her lined up. Unity up 22-9. Sailor Berry on the serve for the Lady Colts. Berry up and over into the back row to Bella Bernard. Bernard with a nice high first hit. And now they're going to put it back over. Gerard gets a free ball. A nice hit by Hills. Hills to Earhart. Earhart trying to set up Bueller. Just got it a little too low and a little too close to the net. That's going to hit the deck for Unity. Point for the Lady Braves. It's 10 serving 22. That's coming up to serve is Carly Patterson. And Adipa waiting on the side to check in for PCS. She'll check in for Bella Bernard as Bernard will sit down. Dipple comes in up on the front row. Patterson to serve for the Lady Braves. Patterson up and over. Hills tries to play it up. Gets it up and Barry. Now the Braves are going to have to really work to get it over. Bueller gets it back over and now just gives back up to the net. Chases it down. They're going to call a point for Unity. As the Lady Braves were up in the net. Not sure exactly who they called it on. But that's going to be a point. It's 23-10. Ari Bueller on the serve here for the Lady Colts. Bueller, and that's going to sail into the net. Service error for Unity, point for PCS, 11-23. As Shelby Patterson lines up the serve, but she's going to be taken out. Avery Wyatt's going to come in for the serve for PCS. Glad you're joining us alongside here. The Trash Queen scoreboard, 23-11. Unity leading in game number 1. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports. Wyatt with the overhand serve to Sailor Berry. Berry to Earhart. Earhart to Riley Epter, who's just not going to be able to get underneath it. Elise Speckhart letting some of the other girls try the attack here for Unity, and that one falls short. Point for the Lady Braves. It's 12 serving 23. Wyatt gets it up and over. Sailor Berry gets it up well too close to the net. Peyton Earhart with a diving chicken wing up and over, but it's going to sail out of bounds. A nice try by Earhart. Things getting a little bit sloppy here on the Unity side. It's 13 serving 23. Avery Wyatt up and over. Sailor Berry tries to get underneath it. Earhart now. Ari Bueller's going to have to work to get that one up and over, and it's not going to happen either. Sorry, the camera angle got a little bit off there. Trying to do it all one-man band here tonight. We sometimes lose track. Cody Duke comes back in. She'll check out Chloe Curley. As it's 14 serving 23, Avery Wyatt still on the serve for PCS. Up and over it goes to Sailor Berry. Sailor Berry's going to give a free ball back to PCS. Brown tried to dive underneath and keep it in play. That one got a little bit too close to the net. No way PCS can get it over. And that's going to be a point. It's game point here in game number 124, serving 14, as Abigail Hildebrand checks out Braylon Hills, Riley Epker. Game point serve here in game number 1. Gets it into the back row. Picked up by Wyatt. Wyatt on the second hit. He's going to take it for PCS. It's going to be Kenley Gerard. She gets it back to Epker. Here comes Bueller, a back row attack, and that's going to find the deck, and that's going to wrap it up for game 1 for the Unity Lady Colts. Your end of game 1. 25-14. Unity Lady Colts take game 1. As we reach the halftime shows, we'll call it here in volleyball. We could have a second halftime, but hey, we've got to get Carnes Communications in. Your local cellular location in Pittsfield has the phones and accessories with personalized service you need. Stop by the corner of Washington or Jackson in Pittsfield. Call 285-5400 for Carnes Communications. Also want to remind you the Illini Community Hospital has been serving the area since 1942 with excellent healthcare services from primary and specialty care to emergency medicine. Illini is here to serve you and your family. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. And also, LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 285-2808. LSSD Trucking for all of your needs. See the Dunham boys and their professional team at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. PCS student fans, a nice contingent of Lady Braves fans here tonight, trying to cheer on their Lady Braves to come back here in game number 2. A nice crowd here tonight in Pittsfield. Lady Colts fans have traveled well from the northern reaches of Adams County, and many more watching alongside here on the live stream here tonight. Lady Colts will come out at the weekend break. A couple of big matches next week. They will host the Brown County Lady Hornets on Monday night. That'll be a matchup with regional seeding implications. A few matches to get rescheduled. Still have matches against Hamilton, Quincy Junior High, and West Prairie. Still to get rescheduled due to some snow outs here in the past week. Lost a couple of matches and plenty more to go. So we've got just about a minute left here. Kate Marable trying to talk things over with the Lady Braves. But we're glad you're joining us alongside here tonight on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you, plenty of postseason basketball action will be coming up your way here on Central Illinois Sports. John, Charlie, Jack Damon, the rest of the crew. Heck, I might even go call. But stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. We'll have plenty of action from regionals across the area. Coming up here in just a couple of weeks, the postseason for high school boys basketball starts on the 19th. High school girls postseason starts this coming Saturday. You can make your way to ihsa.org and figure everything out that you need to know and get your schedule set for the postseason. All 4 postseason class games for the regional quarterfinals will be held for the girls on the 12th. All for the boys will be held on the 19th. Lady Colts having a little bit of fun here on the sidelines as they up 1-0. Hanging out and chatting with the Lopez family who's sitting along the side. Payson Brown with a last-second buzzer beater as Griggsville Perry wins the third-place state trophy in 7th grade Class 1A tonight in double overtime. A wild night. They had a couple of clock malfunctions happen over in East Peoria, so Congratulations to Matt Hansen and the boys of Griggsville Perry, third place for 7th grade Class 1A here in 2021-22. We are getting ready to rock and roll. We're back to action here. Game number 2 as Kenley Gerard tips things off for PCS. Mia Lopez to Sailor Berry to Cody Duke. Picked back up quickly in the backcourt by PCS. Berry with another attack. Another pickup by Presley Brown. Nice job by Brown. Kelsey Elliott gives the free ball back to Unity. Here comes Cody Duke. Cody Duke drops a hammer. Picked up by Wyatt. Wyatt got a great first touch, and it's going to sail out of bounds. Point Unity. They'll lead 1-0 here in the early going of game number 2. Cody Duke, first server here tonight for Unity. Trying to make it a quick 2 games here tonight and get back home to Northern Adams County. That's going to be an ace for Unity. As that ball sailed right in the middle of about 4. Lady Braves, nowhere to go, nowhere to be picked up. Ace for Cody Duke. Point for the Lady Colts. It's 2 serving 0. Duke up and over. Picked up nicely by Presley Brown. She's had a nice game so far in the back row. Set up for Harley Patterson. Doesn't make its way over. That's going to be a point for Unity. 3 serving 0 as Duke continues to serve here for the Lady Colts. Up and over. Duke gets it right over the top of the net. Touched by Elliott. And a little bit of trouble as they had 4 hits go real fast off of that. Elliott was able to touch that ball, and it just sailed and just touched every other Lady Brave like a ping pong ball. Point Unity, 4-0 as Duke still stays on the serve. Into the back row. Not able to pick that up is number 39, Claire Kearns, who starts this game in the back row for PCS. An ace for Cody Duke. And it's a 5-0 early lead here in game number 2. They get the second ball in play. First one makes its way back over to the scorer's table. And here comes Duke again. Duke on the hit. Picked up by Avery Wyatt. Wyatt picked up, and the officials say we're going to replay that ball. Something they weren't ready. Someone wasn't ready. We're not sure. But we'll just give it a quick replay. And it'll still be 5-0. Duke up and over. Into the back row. Claire Kearns tries to handle it. And that's going to be an ace for Cody Duke and a point for the Lady Colts at 6-0. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Hopefully maybe you're just tuning in from that Griggsville Perry game that just wrapped up. Stick around. John Hall, Jack Hall are going to have that state championship game from East Peoria as well. Tough play for Presley Brown. She can't pick it up off the first hit either. And that's going to be an ace for Duke and a timeout for PCS. The Trash Queen scoreboard in game number 2, it's Unity 7, PCS 0. Timeout for the Lady Braves. And while we're doing that, we'll tell you about Illini Community Hospital, serving the area since 1942 with excellent healthcare services, primary and specialty care, emergency medicine, and a whole lot more. Illini is here to serve you and your family. Learn more about their services online at IlliniHospital.org. Also, Waters Concrete, Tim Waters, offering quality concrete work for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, anything to do with concrete. Hey, we're almost to spring. Give Tim a call and get your plans up now. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Telephone number is 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. Unity has been very, very strong on the service game here tonight. PCS trying their best to battle back and get the ball into play and just not handling some of these serves very well. And they are dug into a deep hole already, trailing 7-0 here in game number 2 as Cody Duke up on the serve for Unity. Duke up and over. Picked up. Here comes Elliott. Elliott tries to set it up for Avery Wyatt. Free ball back over for Unity. Earhart sets up Sailor Berry. Here comes Ari Beulah. Ari Beulah with a nice little tip picked up by Wyatt. Wyatt was able to pick up the tip try, but the Lady Braves not able to get a second touch on it, and that's going to go out of bounds and a point for Unity. Checking in for PCS over on the far side is Emma Dipple. She's going to sit down Claire Kearns. Dipple makes her way to the back row. Cody Duke continues the serve here for Unity. Duke up and over. Into the back row, picked up by Presley Brown. And that is going to sail up into the fence. I guess we're going to replay that. I guess that will stay here, and we'll replay it as it went into the backboard area. 8 serving 0 still. Officials checking out a couple of things over on the Unity side, making sure that they got the libero. Morgan Voss checked in. Maybe on the replay, the libero can't come in, and now Mia Lopez will come back in. We'll just replay this play, and we'll get back to action here at some point, folks. Stick tight. Hang out with us here on Central Illinois Sports. Duke up and over. Nice play by Gerard. Gerard to Wyatt. And Wyatt not able to get a good set underneath it. 2 touches is what the officials say. That'll be a point for Unity. It's now 9 serving 0. Now Morgan Voss comes in libero position, and Mia Lopez takes the seat. Duke with the hit up and over. Into the back row, picked up by Brown. Brown set up for Wyatt. Emma Dipple gives it back over to Unity. Earhart sets up for Saylor Berry to Ari Bueller. Bueller into the back row, dug out by Gerard. Gerard's going to free ball it now back over to Unity. Unity to Berry. Here comes Bueller on the attack again. Hits it down. A nice pickup by Kenley Gerard. Elliott gets it back up. Back row attack try for number 21. Presley Brown doesn't get the distance. And that's going to be a point. Unity, and it's now 10 serving 0. Right idea by Brown. Just couldn't get the ball back up over the net. And the Lady Colts rolling here in game 2. Brown on the first touch to Gerard. Elliott gets it back over. Free ball for Unity. Saylor Berry sets it up for Bueller. Bueller dug out nicely by Gerard. Picked up by Morgan Voss, and Bueller gets it back over. Elliott coming to set up. And it's going to be a touch for Carly Patterson. Dug up by Saylor Berry. And they're not going to be able to keep it. Nice play by Patterson. And that's going to be the first point of game number 2 for PCS. Kelsey Elliott's going to sit down. Number 15, Cameron Riley, is going to come in for the serve for PCS. Lady Braves trailing 1 serving 10 here in game number 2, as that wraps up a wonderful show of serving for Cody Duke. Serve for Riley is not going to find its way over the net. Service error for the Lady Braves, and that'll be a point, as Sadie Shoemaker is going to step up and serve here for Unity, now leading 11-1. Shoemaker with the underhand serve, sends over the net. Tough play for Brown, and that's going to be an ace for Shoemaker and a point for the Lady Colts. You will see Sadie Shoemaker rotate from overhand to underhand, and if she gets that underhand serve, it skims right over the top of that tape and can sometimes be a little tough to manage for the opposing team. Shoemaker up and over. Into the back row. Tried to pick up by Riley. Not going to be able to get a good touch. Second ace for Shoemaker. Point for the Lady Colts, and now it's 13-1 here in game number 2. Checking in on the rotation for Unity's number 16, Riley Epner. She's going to sit down Peyton Earhart. Shoemaker up and over into the back row. Tries to get a hand underneath it. Was Brianne Chenoweth. 3 aces in a row for Sadie Shoemaker, and it's now a 14-1 score here on the Trash Queen scoreboard in game number 2 between Unity and Pikeland. Into the back row. Picked up by Riley. Riley to Wyatt. Chased over, and PCS gives it back. Here comes Saylor Berry on the attack. Berry gets it back under. Nice dig by Kenley Gerard. Mia Lopez now back over on the Unity side to Berry. Berry to Bueller. Bueller taps it back over. Another dig by Gerard. Gerard is using those knee pads to the best of her ability. A lot of effort coming in the back row tonight from Pittsfield, but that'll be an out-of-bounds point for Unity. Sadie Shoemaker pops it up. Shoemaker's going to let it sail out of bounds. And that's going to be 2 serving 15. Back to live action as Patterson serves it over now. That little step and go as Epner tries to get it up. She gets it a little too close to the net. Ari Bueller tries to get it picked back up. Not going to make it happen. That's going to be a point for PCS. Bear with us just a second here. I'm having a little difficulty trying to get the camera going as we get back to action. Saylor Berry gets it over to Mia Lopez. Will give a free ball back. It's going to be dug up, though, quickly by Presley Brown. Can't find it back over the net. Point coming up here for Unity. Checking in for the Lady Colts is going to be number 27. That's Peyton Earhart. She's going to sit down Riley Epker. And that's going to be a tough serve for Sailor Berry. That's not going to find its way over the net. Coming up to serve is Avery Wyatt. Lady Braves trail 4, serving 16 here in game number 2. Wyatt trying to get her team back in it. Ari Bueller able to get the first pass to Mia Lopez. Mia Lopez to Earhart with a little tap over. Tries to find the open space. Tries to get dug out by the Lady Braves. Avery Wyatt got underneath it. Emma Dipple dug underneath as well. Couldn't get the ball up, though. And that'll be a point for Unity. Abigail Hildebrand's going to check in. She'll sit down Cody Duke. Morgan Voss comes out of rotation in the libero spot as Sadie Shoemaker comes back in. Ari Bueller on the serve. Unity leading 17-4. Into the back row, picked up by Patterson. Emma Dipple tries to get underneath it. Couldn't get her feet underneath it. And that'll be a point for Unity. Timeout on the Trash Queen scoreboard called by Pikeland. It's 18-4. Unity in game number 2. We're on a timeout. Lady Colts coming out of the timeout. They'll continue the serve up 18-4 here on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Once again, a lot of Pikeland students here tonight, really supporting these young ladies out. As Epker's going to come back in for Peyton Earhart. A couple of rotations here, and Braylon Hills, we'll get it right some point tonight. She's going to come in for Sadie Shoemaker. As Elise Speckhart works to get some of these girls in with a sizable lead with the Lady Colts. Ari Bueller ups, number 17 on the serve. 18 points on the board for Unity. Up and over. Picked up by Patterson in the first touch. Presley Brown tries to get the attack set up. Can't get it over the net as she was threatened by Abigail Hildebrand, and that'll be a point for the Lady Colts. Now 19-4. Bueller up and over into the back row. Right up towards the top of the net, Abigail Hildebrand able to keep it in play. Gerard sets up Brown. Brown tipped by Mia Lopez back in the air. Sailor Berry's going to give it back to Piper. Nobody's going to be able to get underneath it. Noah finds a bit of open space. Ball hits the floor. Point for Unity, and it's now 20-4. Checking in for Unity is going to be number 21, Chloe Curley. She'll sit down Sailor Berry. Kelsey Elliott coming back in on the Pittsfield side. She'll sit down Cameron Riley. Up and over goes Bueller. Bueller can't get it though at the top of the tape. A little frustrated with the serve, and that'll be a point for the Lady Braves. 5 serving 20 when we come back out. Alicia Kramer checking in for Ari Bueller, and that might be an in for Bueller's night. One of the talented lead attackers here on the Lady Colts squad. A lot of talent all around, as we've told you. Sailor Berry can attack. Cody Duke. Ari Bueller. You can see Abigail Hildebrand come in. A lot of talent on this squad as Bella Bernard now tries to get the ball over, and that's going to be an ace. Number 28, Bella Bernard, here on the Lady Braves squad. They'll be 6 serving 20 as they come back. Nice serve by Bernard. Bernard on the serve, up and over. Trails right over the net. Riley Epker able to get it. Mia Lopez tries to set up Hildebrand. She gets into the back row. It's picked up by Wyatt. Tipped back over by the Lady Braves. We believe that was Kinley Gerard. It's a little bit tough to see on the close-up the net plays there for Pikeland, but that's going to be a point for PCS. It's 7 serving 20. Bernard up and over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Lopez. Lopez has trouble making that set. Point PCS, and that'll be 8 serving 20. Bernard up and over into the front row to Epker. Epker has a little trouble getting that ball up on the first pass. Elise Beckhart says get a little more umph underneath it. Get that ball in the air for your setters. 9 serving 20 now. Bella Bernard continuing to serve here for PCS. Up and over goes Bernard. Picked up quickly by Kramer. Nice plays. It goes back over. Free ball for Pittsfield. Here comes Yelliot. Yelliot tries on the attack. Can't get it over the net. That'll be a point for Unity. 21 serving 9 as Mia Lopez is going to take the ball for the Lady Colts.
Nine. Fine.
Up and over goes Lopez. Lopez, initial touch by Avery Wyatt, got a little bit too close to the net to be picked back up. That'll be a point. Unity, and it's 22-9. Lady Colts trying to close things out and head back home to Northern Adams County. Up and over, Wyatt with the first touch. Elliott gets it back over, free ball for Unity. Kramer to Epker, trying to set up Hildebrand. Hildebrand with an attack into the back row, and that'll sail out of bounds. 10 serving 22 now. As number 21, Presley Brown, takes things over for PCS. She's had a heck of a game trying to manage this Unity attack. Brown up and over, into the back row. Nobody's going to touch that for Unity, and that's going to be an ace for Presley Brown. 11 serving 22. Number 39, Claire Kearns, checks back in for Pittsfield. She'll sit down. Number 28, that's Bella Bernard, who had a nice run of serves to help close the gap here just a little bit. Brown up and over again. Chloe Curley picks it up to Kramer. Kramer gets it back up. Epker's not going to be able to chase that one down, though. And here comes Ari Bueller back into the game for Unity. Brown up and over into the back row. Curley able to pick it up. She's not going to be able to control it, though, and that one's going to go up and over out of bounds. And it's 13 serving 22. Lady Braves trying to close things up here just a little bit. Lady Colts really need 3 more to go home. Nice up and over. Triples the tape and hits the ground. Hildebrand not able to make it happen. It's 14-22, and now Cody Duke's going to check back in for Abigail Hildebrand. Brown up and over. Chloe Curley unable to handle it. Once again, that's an ace for Presley Brown. You'll see Sailor Berry come back in now on the Unity side. Chloe Curley will take a seat. A couple of tough plays for Chloe Curley. And she'll head back to the bench as now most of Unity's main rotation back in. Ari Bueller digs it back out. Oh, a tough communication there between Patterson and Elliott. The ball hits the floor, and now it's 23-15. Riley Epker takes the ball to serve for Unity. Epker, high open over. Wyatt picks it up. Picked up by Gerard. She's not able to get that one up and over. Arms were extended, not enough strength underneath to get that ball up in the air, and now it is match point coming up for Unity. Riley Epker the serve, leading 24-15. Epker gets it up and over. Wyatt gets up in the air to Presley Brown. It's going to be Claire Kearns trying to get it over. Back row attack, can't make it happen. And that is going to be the end of the game. Trash Queen scoreboard reads 25-14 to wrap things up here. A 2-game win for the Unity Lady Colts. As we bring you to the postgame show. Postgame show brought to you here tonight by Illini Community Hospital, serving the community to 1942 with excellent healthcare services, primary and specialty care to emergency medicine. Illini is here to serve you and your family. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. Player of the game coming up from Derek Harris, financial advisor with Edwin Jones. Financial investments are important. Facility investments of time, patience, and encouragement for our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris understands this, and that's why he is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. On the Unity side, Player of the Game tonight, Cody Duke. A heck of a run serving tonight, as she really helped propel the Lady Colts to a victory. On the Lady Braves side, Presley Brown had one heck of a game in the back row, trying to keep the Lady Colts in it from that vicious serve attack from Unity. Unity back in action Monday night at home against the Brown County Lady Hornets. That's going to wrap things up from here on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you the 7th grade Class 1A state championship for boys basketball airing right now. Jack Hull, John Hull have the call for you here on Central Illinois Sports as well. My name is Brian Shoemaker. We are very happy, humbled, and honored that you chose to spend your hard-earned time with us on a Monday night here on Central Illinois Sports. We'll see you around the bend.